Hi, in this video tutorial we will be taking a look at algebra revision maths for GCSE 9 to 1, predominantly for the foundation tier, but it also will be appropriate for those of you doing higher as well, and it's also appropriate and ideal for Key Stage 3 students, so for students in year 8, 9 and even year 10 and even year 7 actually as well. Okay, so this is going to be the video for today. Okay, as ever, feel free to obviously pause the video, try the questions first if you feel comfortable, and then press play to look at your answers. Right, guys, this is question number 1. Simplifying y plus y plus y plus y. So collecting this together, I'm going to have 4 lots of y, which I can write as 4y. Okay, imagine if I have like 4 apples, it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 4 lots of apples. So in algebra, it's written as a number times a letter, but without the times symbol. Okay, so a number and letter next to each other means that they are actually being multiplied. This is question number 2. 3a plus 4a plus 2a. Well, 3a plus 4a is 7a. Add 2a is going to be 9a. Okay, this is question number 3. Simplify this. Okay, so collecting like terms. So collecting all of my s's together and then all of my t's. 5s plus 3s is 8s. And then 5t plus 2t is plus 7t. Okay, this is question number 4. Okay, so collecting my g terms together and then my f terms. 6f subtract 3f is 3f, and then 5g plus 3g is plus 8g. Okay, so collecting like terms means collecting all like the same letters and or bases together, and then collecting my other letters and other numbers separately. Okay, next one. So 4z minus 2z is 2z, minus 3w minus 3w. So being careful, it's not 0w, it's minus 6w. Okay, minus 3 makes it more negative, so it becomes negative 6. So 2z minus 6w. Okay, this is the next section, solving equations 1. X plus 4 equals 11. So this is question number 1. So if I subtract 4 on both sides of my equation to balance each side respectively, I get x is equal to 11 take away 4, which is equal to 7. Okay, this is question number 2. W subtract 6 equals 23. Well, if I add 6 to both sides of my equation, again, balancing each side respectively, okay, I get W is equal to 29. Okay, this is question number 3. 5d equals 70. Well, if I divide both sides by 5, because 5d means 5 times d, so the opposite of multiplying by 5 is dividing by 5. D is equal to 70 divided by 5, which is actually equal to 14. But again, if you're unsure, then you are welcome to use the bus stop method to work out your answer. This is question number 4. K over 4 is equal to 7. Well, if I multiply both sides of my equation by 4, because the opposite of dividing by 4 is to multiply by 4, so K is equal to 7 times 4, which is equal to 28. Okay. This is question number 5. 2x plus 6 equals 12. Well, if I subtract 6 on both sides of my equals sign, I get 2x is equal to 6. Dividing both sides by 2, I get x is equal to 3. Okay, because 2x means 2 times x. So the opposite of multiplying by 2 is dividing by 2. Okay. So x is equal to 3. So again, guys, a brief and quick summary. When I solve equations, I'm always doing the inverse operation to isolate the letter on its own. Okay, so If it's plus 4, then I would minus 4. If it's multiplied by 3, I would divide by 3. If it's dividing by 6, I would times by 6. Okay, so it's always the inverse operation, okay, to work out your answer. Okay, next section, expanding brackets. This is question number 1. 3 brackets a plus 4. So I do 3 times a, which is 3a, and then I do 3 times the 4, which is equal to positive 12. Because 3 times positive 4 is positive 12. This is question number 2. 5 times c is 5c, and then 5 times 6b is equal to 30b. Okay. Next one, expanding this single bracket, 4 times x is 4x, and 4 times minus 3y is minus 12y. Okay, being careful with our signs. A positive times a negative gives me a negative. This is question number 4. A brackets a plus 5. Well, a times a is a squared, and then a times positive 5 is positive 5a, guys. Okay, so a times a is a to the power of 2, or a squared. Next one, x times 4y is 4xy. And then I'm going to have x times minus 2x is minus 2x squared, okay? Because x times x is x squared, but it's a positive times a negative, so it's going to be like a negative sign. X times the x is x squared, and then stick on the 2 at the front, so it's minus 2x squared, guys. Sorry, it looks like a cube there. Should be a squared. So it's minus 2x squared, okay? There. Okay, next section now, so it's looking at nth term. Okay, find the nth term of the following sequences. So nth term means working out like a general formula that is going to give me any number in that particular sequence when I sub in a particular n value. Now, a little disclaimer, guys, that when you're looking at nth term actually, it's always looking at when n is equal to 1 or greater actually. So n can't ever equal 0 actually for our purposes here and for GCSE. Okay. It's always looking at when the nth term actually is. So when you work out your formula, when you sub in a value for n, it's always has to be n is greater than or equal to 1 for the nth term actually. So n can't equal 0, okay, for like an nth term actually. I don't know the reason why, but the rule is actually like the n has to be strictly greater than or equal to 1. Okay, for when I have the nth term formula. So it is not to actually confuse you guys. It's just to say here that 0 can be in my sequence, but I can't have like a 0 nth term actually, if that makes sense. It is always going to be my first term, second term, yeah, etc, etc. Okay, this is question number 1. So working out our common difference, we say, so it's adding on 3 each time. So it's going to be following out like the 3 times table. So it is going to be 3n. So 3n, and then it's going to be plus 2. Because 3n is my 3 times table. And then we're going to add 2 to get to 5. Okay. And then for the second term, 3n will be 6. 6 add 2 is 8. Okay. This is question number 2. So the common difference we say is going to be 5. Okay, so the difference for each term is positive 5. Okay, so it's going to be 5n. So 5n is my 5 times tables. So when n equals 1, 5 times 1 is equal to 5. Add 4 and I get to 9. Okay, so it's plus 4. There, okay. Next one. So adding 6 each time. Okay, so it's adding 6 each time. It's going to be 6n. 6n is the 6 times tables. When n equals 1, 6 times 1 is 6. Subtract 3, and then I get 3 for my first term. Okay. Next one, 2, 4, 6, 8. Well, that's the even times table, so that's nice and easy. It's adding 2 each time, so it's going to follow 2n times table. Okay. This is question number 5. Find the first 3 terms of the sequence with nth term 3n plus 2, 3n minus 2. Well, n has to be greater than or equal to 1. So when n equals 1, 3 times 1 minus 2 is 1. When n equals 2, 3 times 2 is 6, minus 2 is 4. When n equals 3, 3 times 3 is 9, minus 2 is 7. So they are the first 3 terms in my sequence that follows the nth term 3n minus 2. This is question number 6. Find the first 3 terms of the sequence 2n plus 4. Well, when n equals 1, 2 times 1 is 2, add 4 is 6. When n equals 2, 2 times 2 is 4, add 4 is 8. When n equals 3, 2 times 3 is 6. Add the 4 is 10. So it's following this times table, okay? Substitution 1. This is question number 1. Find 3x plus 5y when x equals 4 and y equals 2. 3 times 4 plus 5 times 2, 12 is equal to 22. Okay, this is question number 2. Find A, B, C when A equals 2, B equals 3, and C equals 5. Well, 2 times 3 7s minus 2t. Well, 7 times 4 is 28. Minus 2 times minus 3 is going to be positive 6. Okay, so I'm going to get 34. Okay, next question. Find 4 brackets 2n minus 3 when n is 5. Well, I'm going to have 4 lots of 2 times 5 is 10. 10 minus the 3 is equal to 7. 7 times 4 is equal to 28. Okay. So hopefully it's making sense so far. So when you're subbing in, okay, subbing in like per letter, if that makes sense. This is looking at solving equations 2 now. So we will do factorize first here, and then we'll come back to solving. So factorize these. Okay, so it's putting it into single brackets. So the highest common factor of this is going to be 3 brackets x plus 11. Brackets closed. This one's going to be 5 lots of y plus 5. So it's looking for the highest common factor that goes into both. This one, the highest common factor is going to be 2. So it's going to be 2a minus 9. Next one's x squared plus 4x. So it's x brackets x plus 4. Okay, close the brackets. Okay, so that's how we factorize into single brackets. So if it's just 2 terms, generally speaking, it's always going to be 1 bracket. Okay, we're now going to look at solving equations, okay, number 2, and then we're going to look at some substitution. Okay, so solve this equation. Whenever I expand this bracket, I get 6x minus 12, because 6 times x is 6x. 6 times negative 2 is negative 12, is equal to 24. Adding 12 to both sides and then dividing by 6, we get that x is equal to 36 divided by 6, which is equal to 6. Okay, so 36 has just come from 12 plus 24. Okay, next one, expand this bracket, and I'm going to have 20y plus 10 is equal to 70. Subtracting 10 on both sides, I get 20y is equal to 60. Dividing both sides by 20, we get that y is equal to 3. Okay, this is question number 3. 2x plus 4 equals 5x minus 8. Well, if I bring all my x terms to one side and all my numbers, so I'm going to bring the 2x over and then I'm going to bring the 8 over. So I'm doing it in this one step essentially. So 4 plus 8 is 12. So left hand side becomes 12 is equal to 5x minus 2x is 3x. Dividing both sides by 12, I get that x is equal to 4. Okay, hopefully it's making sense so far. Okay, if it isn't, then please do make sure that you comment at the end and let me know which questions that you weren't sure about. This is question number 4. So, if I bring all my x's to this side and all my numbers to this side, okay, 4x minus 2x is 2x. Adding 3 to both sides, okay, remember that I'm balancing each side respectively. I get 2x equals 5. Dividing both sides by 5, I get that x is equal to 5 halves, or 2.5, or 2.5. This is question number 5. Expanding both brackets, I'm going to get 3x plus 18 is equal to 4x plus 20. Subtracting 3x on both sides, okay, and then bringing the 20 over, I'm going to have 18 minus 20 is equal to 4x minus 3x, or 4x minus 3x is going to just give me just 1x. So x is equal to negative 2 for this question. So expanding the bracket, I get 3x plus 18 is equal to 4x plus 20. Okay, it doesn't look very clear here, so I do apologise. Okay, I then subtracted 3x on both sides respectively to balance each side, and then I brought the minus 20 over to the left hand side, okay, by minusing 20 on both sides respectively. So I got 18 minus 20 is equal to 4x minus 3x. So 18 minus 20 is minus 2, so x is equal to negative 2. Okay, last section, guys. Okay, so looking at substitution 2. So find 3x minus 4y when x equals 5 and y equals minus 3. Well, subbing that in, I'm going to have 3 times 5 minus 4 times negative 3. Well, 3 times 5 is 15. 15 add 12. Okay, I'm going to get 27. Okay, the last few questions now. Okay, find a squared plus 3b when a equals 4 and b is negative 2. When I'm going to have 4 squared plus 3 times negative 2. Okay, so it's just substituting the numbers, replacing the letters with the numbers, okay, that are given to us. 4 squared is 16. 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. So it's 16 add negative 6, or 16 minus 6, which is equal to 10. Okay, this is question number 3. 4x squared. Find 4x squared when x equals 3. Well, subbing at x equals 3, I'm going to have 4 lots of 3 squared. Okay, so it's dealing with the power first, and then this case, so it's always using bid mass first. 3 to the power of 2 is 9. 9 times 4 is 36. Okay, this is question number 4. X, y is to the power of 2 when x is 2 and y is 3. Well, I'm going to have 2 times negative 3 to the power of 2. Well, negative 3 to the power of 2 is 9. Okay, so it's positive 9, because a minus times a minus is a positive. Okay, 9 times 2 is 18. Okay, this is question number 5. Find 5x to the power of 2 plus 2y to the power of 2 when x is 2 and y is 3. So it's 5 times 2 squared. Well, 2 squared is going to be 4. 4 times 5 is 20 plus 3 squared is going to be 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Okay, so 20 plus 18 is equal to 38. Okay, so this is to do with substitution. So it's replacing the letters with the corresponding numbers given in the question. Okay, so I hope that actually made sense, guys. Okay, and that brings us to the end of today's video. So thanks for watching, guys. Okay, and I'll catch you at the next one. Okay.